What's going on, sports cards fans? Ray from Philly here on Tuesday, March the 16th. And tonight's theme of the video is Ty Cobb. Everything Ty Cobb tonight. I ordered a couple things from, well, first let me show you a book that I'm reading on Ty Cobb called Ty Cobb, A Terrible Beauty, written by Charles Learson. And as you can see behind me, I read tons of baseball books. This is by far the best baseball book I've read so far. I only have maybe 50, 60 pages left. This depicts Cobb's life a lot differently than what we are used to hearing. If you saw the movie with Tommy Lee Jones, that movie was based on a book written by author Al Stump. And this author is saying that Al Stump basically was a hack writer, that everything he said in the book that was portrayed in the movie, he didn't have it documented. He didn't have names of who told him this or anything like that. Like the scene in the movie where he has a gun in the movie, this writer, Charles Learson, actually went to that hospital and talked to people who worked there and doctors and nurses who were there at that time, and they said that was all nonsense. He didn't have a gun or anything like that. So excellent book. It's not portraying him as a saint. I mean, he did have a temper, but a lot of the stories that you heard of Cobb in the past, a lot of it was not true. It was fabrication. So, excellent book. I would highly recommend reading this, Ty Cobb, A Terrible Beauty. What led me after reading this book was he has a museum called the Ty Cobb Museum in Royston, Georgia. That's his hometown. And I went to the website. I took a little tour virtually on there, and I highly recommend it. I got this package, as you can see, from the Ty Cobb Museum, and they're having some sort of a raffle right now, and if you buy this Ty Cobb card, you're entered into a raffle where you can get a one-of-one authentic Ty Cobb slabbed autograph. So I bought the card. While I was in there, I bought something else in there as well. So here's the card that I purchased. And it's a museum card, Ty Cobb Museum card. And it's number 27 out of 3,000. So there's the card right there. Here is the back of the card, and it's numbered 27 out of 3,000. And it has number 54 on the card because that's how many times Ty Cobb stole home, which is a record. So I purchased this card, and it was $10, and they entered me into the contest, which they're going to have later on in the year. While I was in the museum website store, I actually went in there and bought a shirt of the Georgia Peach Ty Cobb Museum. Pretty cool. So, yet again, another shirt for me to wear. So, pretty cool. I'm excited to wear that. So, I just wanted to share a couple things from the Ty Cobb Museum. I'll post a link down below for you to check out the Ty Cobb Museum. And if anyone lives in that Georgia area, if I was there, I would definitely go. And I highly recommend this book. All the stories that you heard of Cobb from Al, and it basically, what Learson's saying is you didn't hear about any of these stories before his death, which he died in 1961. Charles Learson says he checked out every newspaper article of every game he ever played in, and there was never any negative stories about him. The picture you see of him with his feet up going into the catcher, Charles Learson has an interview from that catcher, and his last name is Pritchell. And that catcher, Pritchell, is actually the scout who worked for the Yankees that discovered Lou Gehrig. But that catcher, his last name was Pritchell, and he was interviewed in 1950 and said that pitcher totally portrays Cobb in the wrong when he was in the right. Back in those days, if a catcher blocked the plate, the runner had the right of way, and he wasn't putting his feet up to purposely hurt him, but just try and get the ball knocked out of his glove, which he ended up doing. So Learson goes through countless accounts of all these stories that Al Stump said in the original biography from the movie. Charles Learson pretty much clears all of them stories to be not true. Stump had two versions of the book, one that Cobb saw and another one that he wanted to write about his family and this, that. And Cobb saw that and didn't want it to be released, and he was going to sue the publishing company, but he was close to death. It was in 1961, and then Cobb passed away. And then Stump released his version of the book after Cobb died. So it was basically just to get a moneymaker, and Learson even proves that Al Stump was a hack reporter because he got fired from many other magazines and articles because a lot of stuff he would write would be false, and he was getting sued constantly for putting false information out there. So yeah, Stump was pretty much a hack. I recommend getting this book. Check out the Ty Cobb Museum. And that's all I have for you for today. I just wanted to share some Ty Cobb stuff. And pretty soon I'll be coming back for more PSA graded cards, maybe tomorrow night or Thursday night. All right, guys. So remember, like I always say, have fun with it. And I'll see you guys real soon. Take care. Ty Cobb.